can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Which fighter will say no mas? The left hook can't miss. They exchange punches. He blocks that right hook. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well done with that counter shot. Throws the jab and doesn't score. Good counter punch. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. That counter shot lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. And there's the bell for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missing with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
So close with that uppercut. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Misses with the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about on to the third. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He blocks that jab. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The courage on display here is incredible. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. There's the bell for round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Caution being thrown to the wind. Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. He threw a punch and just got countered. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match... And there's the bell for round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Perfect counter lands. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Catch and shoot. Nice counter. These punches coming from every angle. That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of defense here at all. Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez out. Raise the bell to start round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look, down goes Taylor. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second, you continue.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
It's code red time for Josh Taylor. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something because otherwise, why should it change?
Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your blood.
Hold it right there. It's code red time now for Josh Taylor. We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Taylor in that. Here comes round 7. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Good counter punching. And he scores with the counter. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Nice counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Couldn't land that jab. That jab doesn't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that. And we enter the 8th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Well done with that counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He misses with that jab. That counter shot lands. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Another win, another...